Battler-kun. Have you seen Rudolph-san? Huh? He headed off to the bathroom a while ago. Is he not back yet? Maybe the poor geezer dropped dead. What the f is that supposed to mean? That's no way to talk about your own father. Still, this isn't the first time he's taken so long in the bathroom. Yeah, the guy's always been that way. Does he really have to take a magazine with him every time he needs to take a dump? And what on earth's he doing in there with those particular magazines? Oh, you don't need to worry about that at all. Since we've been together, I haven't let him do that on his own. Okay! Ooh, I'll have to get the juicy details later. Sounds like Dad's got his balls in an iron grip. You know exactly what would happen with that man if I didn't keep a tight grip, don't you? No kidding. You're the only one capable of reining in that old bastard. As his son, I'm more than happy to let you take over. Yes, leave it all to me. After all, that's my specialty. This woman is my father's wife. Her name is Usuromiya Kairi. As you can probably tell from our conversation, she's not my real mother. She's basically my stepmother. My real mom died 6 years ago, and Kairi-san is the woman Dad married afterwards. It's understandable for someone my age. I can never bring myself to call his new wife Mom. And I doubt she feels like using the word son on this massive kid who's no relation to her at all. We aren't little kids. We know there's nothing to be gained by fighting. So we decided that we wouldn't force ourselves to pretend that we were a family. I've decided to act a bit more frank with her, acting as though she's a friendly neighbor instead. It's much easier if we just keep a little distance instead of forcing ourselves to act all close and making each other uncomfortable. Oh, this man's spitting. Listen, I've had several step-parents in the past. And this man's spitting, alright? This man's spitting. Talk your talk, my man. Kairi-san has always been very open about all this, and thanks to that, we've been able to get along pretty well. Then, just when we were bad-mouthing Dad about being in the bathroom, the man himself came back, wiping his hands with a handkerchief. Battler. Hey, what's up, Dad? Oh, God. Ow! Don't pinch my ear. Ah! So you've been talking trash about me with Mom again, haven't you? What makes it so hard to show a little respect for your father, huh? Ow, 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 ow. Damn it, that hurts. You can stretch my ear all you want, but I'm not going to be able to fly. That hurts. Come on now. Up, up, down, down, left, right. B-A, B-A. Now say, Father, please forgive me for being so rude. Like hell I will. Go find yourself some members-only store if you want it that much. Ah, let go. This old bastard's my dad, couldn't tell. I think I'm pretty tall myself, but Dad's just about as tall as I am. So surprised Aunt Ava started talking about Dad's blood when he saw my height. By the way, my height isn't the only thing I got from him. I also have a penis. It seems having weird names runs in the family. Yeah, I've noticed. Dad's full name is written like that. You can't read it, can you? Absolutely not. Come on, it's just... Anyway, this guy's name is pronounced Rudolph. You must hate Grandfather for giving him that name. Still, that's no reason to pass that weird naming tradition on to me. I mean, shit. At least, Rudolph here actually got a name. Like, even by English standards, fucking Battler isn't a name. Not even sure if it's actually a word. Aunt Ava snuck up behind him and grabbed his ear. Hey, Rudolph. You should know better than to physically abuse your son. Ah, that hurts, Anaki. The scene perfectly illustrated the relationship between the prankster younger brother and the older sister who could deal out punishment to him despite his size. I think that's good enough for now, Ava Nason. I'll make sure to stretch out his other ear later on. Also his penis. Oh, my apologies. I must leave some pulling for you to do, Kairi-san. Rudolph, make sure Kairi-san gives you lots and lots of punishment later on, okay? You want to talk, Anaki, abusing your little brother like that. Hideyoshi-san, I'd like to thank you very much for picking her up. And if you hadn't been so generous, she'd still be unsold in the store. You have my gratitude and apologies. What? Who are you calling unsold? After taking 2, 3 steps back. Aunt Ava unleashed one of her beautiful high reverse roundhouse kicks, which stopped just a centimeter away from the tip of Dad's nose. After starting out with Tai Chi Chuan for her figure, Aunt Ava then developed an interest in the Chinese martial arts. After that, she went through karate, taekwondo, capoeira, and what is it she's learning now again? Well, anyway, they say a woman's weapons are in her lower body, and that's literally true for Ava. Rudolph! Did you know that a single direct blow to the side of the head like that would knock you unconscious? Not so long ago, I accidentally connected in a practice match and my opponent was out cold. I like Ava. Sheesh, what a pain. I'm so sorry she can't help walking like a freak. Dad, completely unfazed, shrugged and smiled ironically at Uncle Hideyoshi. Never had a brother or sister myself. So, when I see you two bickering with each other, makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It sure is nice to have a big family. Oh, then why not consider making a little brother for George-kun? He's already a fine adult, just about to go off on his own, so it might be a good time to have another child. Hey, I have a little sympathy for the new kid, and all the pain and suffering you have to live through. I'm surprised even George-kun turned out as well as he did after being born from this sinister sister of mine. And what an awesome kid he is. Please share some of that with our blockhead of a son someday, will ya? That's not at all how it happened. It's thanks to Ava Nissan's proper rearing that George-kun became the kind, gentle kid he is now. Isn't that right, Nissan? Oh, come now. You think so? Our George still has a long way to go. Ah, by the way, how's your little Ange? Well, no, is it like Angie? Because, like, weird naming and shit? I don't know. I'm gonna go with Ange. Until proven otherwise. Little Ange-chan doing? I heard she was vomiting? Oh, that's right. And I was hoping to finally see her face after such a long time. Is she okay? She often catches a cold when the seasons change. She's very frail. I did want to bring her along, but we decided to have my family look after her this time. I think that's a wise move. She'll heal a lot better if she stays away from that venomous head family household. A child's health is always more important than an adult's convenience, don't you think? I know of some great... Okay, that's new quotes. That means someone else is talking. God damn it. See, that's one thing I don't like about this. Like, I don't like that there's no speaker tag. Like, if there's no, like, actual, voice acting, I need a speaker tag so I know who's fucking talking. Because, like, the quotes and the new quotes indicate that that someone else is speaking, but Ava over here is the one who has her mouth open, which would make you think she's still speaking. I don't know. I'm gonna assume this is Hideyoshi-san here. I have some great medicine for vomiting colds like that. When we get back home, I'll send some to you right away, so please, let her try some. Thank you very much, Hideyoshi-san. Ah, it was. Hell yeah. God damn it. If he's the one talking, then why didn't his mouth open? Son of a bitch. I'm always in your debt. Once the conversation suddenly veered off in that direction, we kids didn't have any chance of butting in. For now, I'm just happy Aunt Ava gave Dad his just desserts for tugging on my ear. Are we still waiting for the weather report? George Aniki pointed at the counter. The checking weather sign was still stuck next to the departure times for the flight we were scheduled to board. According to Aniki, smaller planes are more subject to winds and other effects of the weather. And it's not at all uncommon for flights to be delayed because of that. Wait a sec. We are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? From down here on the ground, it just looks cloudy, not windy. Well, I guess it's different up where the planes fly. The weather's a bit uncertain today. Aunt Ava looked at the TV in the lounge. The weather forecast was being broadcasted, informing us that a typhoon was approaching the Kanto region. A typhoon again? Guess there's no helping it, with the annual family conference being held in October. Couldn't you have chosen a better season? I agree. I've always hoped we could have it sometime around the Oban Festival in mid-August. In that case, why don't you suggest that to Father and Nissan during the conference? Very funny. Why don't you do it yourself? Our brother would never listen to anything I suggested. No way. It doesn't really bother me that much to have it in October. I was just saying you might want to propose it since you said you hate typhoons so much. I only said that typhoons always come around this time of year. You're the one who said you wanted to move it to the Obon Festival, right? Well, you said it too last year. Didn't you say that it would be easier to fit into your schedule if we had it during the Obon Festival? I never said anything like that. Oh, yes you did. I certainly wouldn't forget something like that. No, I didn't. You're the one saying that all the time. Didn't you know? Stopping a kick just a hair's breadth away from impact is a very high-level technique. Sheesh, women your age shouldn't spread their legs like that. Dad and Aunt Ava's argument looked no different from a couple of brats quarreling. Even though they usually behave like normal parents, they turn right back into kids again when they meet their siblings at these family conferences. You're the one who looks like a real adult analyzing it all calmly. Nope, I never turn out like that old bastard. I'd much rather end up as an intellectual adult like you, Aniki. Like me? Oh, I still have a long way to go. I still have very little experience out there in the real world, and I need to work on becoming more confident and sociable. I think you've far surpassed me on all these counts, Battler-kun. I'm sure you'll outstrip me fast enough when you become an adult. I still can't get over the fact that that's not a man. That Battler is in fact a minor. George Aniki scratched his head and laughed as though trying to hide his embarrassment. Of course, he was just being humble. Aniki entered a university and became an apprentice at Uncle Hideyoshi's company at the same time, studying both academics and how to become a business emperor in parallel. Then, right after graduating, he got into Uncle Hideyoshi's company as his father's aide, piling up a lot of real-life experience as he devoted himself zealously to his work. His great dream is to one day stand on his own and build up his own kingdom. Aniki is a real paragon of a man, sparing no effort as he strives towards his goal. It's no exaggeration to say that I really respect him. And then there's me. I'm nothing at all like Aniki. I'm living my happy-go-lucky, idle high school life to the max. This man does not look like a high schooler, though. Quit telling me he's a high schooler. I don't believe it. I've got no dreams for the future. I'd like to just sit back, stay cool, and let the money flow in, but of course that can never happen. When Aniki was my age, he already formed an impressive objective and had started devoting himself towards studying for that goal, so I guess I can't compare at all. My dad just says, sure, you can study at my company if you like cleaning toilets. Damn it, I'm not going to be in the debt of that old bastard. I'll find my way myself. If only willpower was all it took to become an adult. Should I go on one of those self-searching journeys that are all the rage these days? Well, it's not like I can mooch off my parents for that kind of money. Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted out loudly. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that he was greeting Aunt Rosa, who had come late. Oh ho! There isn't Rosa-san! Maria-chan, long time no see! Oh, well, aren't you just fucking adorable? Long time no see. Maria. Shouldn't that be, it's good to see you again? Greet your uncle properly. It's good to see you again. There you go. Well said. How about some candy as a reward? Oh, huh? Where did I put it? Rosa-san, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you too, Maria-chan. It's been too long, Kairi-ni-san, Hideyoshi-ni-san. And, oh my, Battler-kun. Look how big you've gotten. Haha, come on. It's embarrassing hearing that from every person I meet. Hey, Rosa. You're late. If the plane was on time, you'd barely have made it. I'm sorry. We had some trouble making our train connection. So, are we waiting on the weather again? Oh, don't complain. I much prefer the 30-minute plane trip to spending 6 hours bouncing about on a boat. Even if we're kept waiting here for an hour, it's still much faster overall. Maria-chan's gotten huge, too. So how tall are you now? So how tall am I now? Maria-chan parroted Uncle Hideyoshi's question, looking up at her mother. I guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably right in the middle of a growth spurt, so her height must change every month. Give it a few more years and she'll suddenly start looking feminine. Just how tall were you the last time you got measured? You keep getting bigger and bigger, don't you? Right? I think she's grown a lot since last year. Let's see. She turned 9 years old this year, didn't she? 9 years old. That's right, you're 9 years old now. Glad to see you're doing well too, Maria-chan. Up you go. Guess you've gotten a bit too heavy to play airplane with. Sure, Aniki, what a rude thing to say to a lady. Here, I'll do it. Up you go. When I went to lift her up in Aniki's place, Maria stiffened defensively, staring suspiciously at my face. Ah, that's right. Last time I met Maria, she was 6 years ago. She was only 3 years old. Of course she doesn't remember my face. Maria-chan, don't you remember? It's Battler-kun. We used to play together, remember? I just love, like, that's all she fucking says. No surprise, I guess. Last time she met Battler, she was only 3. You don't keep memories at that age. She must know everyone's face apart from mine because she met them every year, but I haven't had contact with the Ushiramiya family for about 6 years now. So it's no surprise that this 9-year-old girl doesn't have any memories of me. Even I can only just barely remember her being a 3-year-old crybaby. Maria, this is Battler Oni-chan, Rudolph Nissan's son. Understand? The brother is the son. Huh? Ooh. That ooh sound was probably her brain going into overload at that complicated explanation. I guess the phrasing of that was a bit confusing. Ni or Oni, the title you'd use to refer to an actual older brother, can also be a friendly honorific for a boy who's only a bit older than you. It's just like Ne or One, the word for big sister. Maria-chan, this is Battler-kun. He's your cousin, like me. Like George Oni-chan? Battler? Cousin? That's right. You got it. This part of Aniki is what makes me really look up to him. For someone who isn't married, he's just great at dealing with kids. I'm sure he'll be an indulgent father in the future. Battler Oni-chan? Maria looked straight at me with a questioning expression, so asking whether it was okay to call me that. Yep, that's me, Battler. Nice to meet you, Maria. Battler. Maria, you mustn't talk to him like that. Call him Battler Oni-chan. That's alright, Aunt Rosa. I don't sweat the small stuff. Hey, Maria. We're close enough that we don't need honorifics, right? Battler, Battler, Battler! That's right, Maria, Maria, Maria. We horsed around for a while to make up for the 6-year gap in our friendship. She probably still thinks of me as nothing more than a big new friend, but things will probably work out as we get to know each other again. But I'm surprised. She's just the way I remembered her being 6 years ago. Seems that people just don't change that much after all. I'm a bit happy that she's still the pure innocent girl I remember. Her name is written like that. Of course, that is pronounced Maria. The third character looks like a cross, which is pretty cool. Her feelings don't usually show up on her face, so it can be difficult to know just what she's thinking. But that's just how she looks on the outside. On the inside, she's just a sweet, normal girl. Then there's Maria's mother, Aunt Rosa. She's my dad's younger sister. Rosa is written like that. Here's a name that's totally not Japanese. What, in Battler is? Yeah, what? Fucking, you bring up your dad's name, yeah, Rudolph? Is that one's somewhat Japanese, but Rosa. Rosa is totally not Japanese. Yeah, no, yeah, sure. Sorry to say, but her name's almost as ridiculous as Dad's. You gotta respect her for not ending up as screwed up as he is. When I think about it, all the names in my family sound foreign. Yeah, I've noticed. Just why is grandfather so obsessed with that? Who knows? Because of him, even we grandchildren have to put up with his weird naming sense. It's even more annoying since grandfather's own name is perfectly normal. Anyway, there's one thing about Aunt Rosa that's a relief compared to the other family members. The old bastard and Aunt Ava have this annoying urge to tease and mock people all the time. But even though she shares their blood, Aunt Rosa isn't like that at all. She has the most common sense among all the siblings. Like Uncle Hideyoshi, she's a kind aunt who will always be on the kids' side. However, possibly because she's more strict as a parent, she's not liberal with handing out spending money like Uncle Hideyoshi. Damn. Okay. Now we have the entire group of family members who are going to board the plane. At that moment, as though it had waited for us all to arrive, an announcement rang out through the lobby. Our apologies for the delay. Boarding will now commence for Flight 201 to Nijima. We ask that the passengers please form 2 lines in front of the counter behind the white line. Rosa, still haven't gone through boarding procedures, right? Hurry up. Oh no. Maria, come on. We had to go through a metal detector before going out on the runway. Our small plane wasn't as massive as an international flight, but it was still a plane. A staff member holding a metal detector checked us all. Once all of us cleared the check, we followed the staff member out into the runway. Come to think of it, everyone here is in the Ushiromiya family. It's like this is a reserved charter flight or something. Our group stopped in front of the entrance to the airplane. Then our guide turned around and spoke, looking down at the passenger list as he did. Boarding will now commence. As I call out the names on the passenger list, please take your seats in order, starting from the front row to the right side, and going right to left, then onto the next row. I will now begin reading the passenger list. Ushiromiya Hideyoshi-sama. Oh, I'm first. Right here. By the way, do you have some candy, Ava? I've been looking all over for some, but I can't find any. Ushiromiya Ava-sama. They're in my handbag. I'll get one once we're inside the plane. I've heard that candies are a good way to protect your ears from hurting because of variations in atmospheric pressure when landing or taking off. What? Huh? Huh? Like, I've never flown myself, so I don't know any, like, tricks or tips on how to fly, but eating a candy will protect your ears from hurting due to the atmospheric pressure. Huh? I'm sorry, what? You want to run that by me again? I can't, like, maybe there is, like, a total plausible theory as to why that's a thing, but, like, what little I know about, flying and atmosphere and all that shit, and just how the ears work in general, I can't really see a reason why someone would believe that, but okay. Hope I get a window seat. Don't worry. There aren't any other kinds of seats. As George Aniki said, there were apparently only 2 lines of seats. So this is what a small plane is like. We are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? Ushiromiya George-sama? Right here. Don't worry, Battler-kun. It won't shake too much. Ushiromiya Battler-sama? Aniki, what do you mean not too much? You can just swim if you fall from a boat, but if a plane crashes, you're screwed, right? We all get our own parachutes in our seats, don't we? Wait, we don't? Ushiromiya Rudolph-sama? Come on, Battler, stop standing there slack-jawed and get in. Now, Dad! Don't push me. You don't get parachutes! Ushiromiya Kairi-sama? Okay, you two, stop fooling around. Let's move on in. No, Kairi. Don't push me. This blockhead isn't moving. Ushiromiya Maria-sama?
Let's move on in.
Ushiromiya Rosa-sama?
Maria, be quiet.
Okay.